Hello everyone, today, we will explore a special profession, raising pythons and processing python products. From meat to skin, creating products of high economic value such as food, handicrafts and fashion accessories. Although not as popular as pig or fish farming, python farming has quietly existed and developed for many years, especially in the provinces of the west and southeast, where the climate and environment are suitable. Pythons are cold-blooded animals. Highly adaptable, easy to raise, low cost but bring significant economic efficiency. Python farming often starts with small breeds, weighing about a few hundred grams. Quality breeds are the key factor determining success. Breeders often choose ball pythons or reticulated pythons, because they grow quickly and have high commercial value. Pythons are raised mainly on fresh food such as mice, frogs, fish, or small chickens. In some large farms, farmers have gradually replaced frozen minced meat to reduce costs. Every day or every other day, farmers check the cages, clean and monitor the health of the pythons. The cages must be clean, airy, and not damp to avoid skin fungus or parasites. After about 1 year, pythons can reach a weight of 10 to 20 kilograms, ready for sale, after the pythons mature, depending on the purpose of use. Farmers can sell live pythons to restaurants, python meat processing facilities, or python skin purchasing units to produce handicraft products. When the pythons are transferred to the slaughterhouse, they are quickly processed to ensure the quality of the meat and skin. The pythons are processed by cutting open the belly, removing the organs, then cleaning and classifying each part such as meat, skin, bones and fat. Python meat is a specialty food. Tastes like chicken but is tougher and fattier. In many regions, python meat is considered a nutritious dish, even having the effect of improving health, curing aches and pains and improving vitality. The most popular dishes are stir-fried python meat, grilled python meat with salt and chili, and python hot pot stewed with lemongrass and ginger. Python meat can be sold fresh, frozen or processed into packaged dishes. Python bones are boiled to make broth. And python fat is melted to make medicine or skincare products. But the most valuable part of the python is the skin. After being peeled off, the python's skin must be carefully treated by tanning to avoid drying, cracking or rotting. This process requires meticulousness and care. After being cleaned, the python's skin will be soaked in a chemical solution to deodorize, soften, and retain color, then dried or dried at low temperatures. Once completed, the python skin is transferred to the factory to be crafted into products such as wallets, belts, handbags, shoes and phone cases. Craftsmen must cut, sew, and process each piece of leather by hand to create sophisticated and unique products. Each wallet or belt made from python skin has a unique natural pattern, creating a difference compared to common leathers such as cowhide or crocodile skin. In recent years, products made from python skin have also been applied to the field of high-end fashion jewelry. Some brands have taken advantage of python skin to create highlights for bracelets, earrings, watches or make unique pendants. These accessories have a natural, luxurious beauty, while expressing the personality of the user. In addition, some manufacturing facilities also combine python skin with silver. Gold or precious stones to enhance the value of the product. The price of a handmade python skin wallet can range from a few $100,000 to a few million VND, depending on the rarity, quality of the leather and the manufacturing brand. Many products are exported to countries such as Japan, Korea and European countries, bringing in a significant amount of foreign currency. Although the python farming industry is not widely popular, it brings double benefits. It provides a unique food source and creates handicrafts with high artistic and economic value. In addition, it also makes the most of natural resources, minimizing waste. However, for sustainable development, python farmers need to have thorough knowledge of animal husbandry, environmental control and compliance with regulations on wildlife protection. Some rare python species are on the list of prohibited hunting, so farms need to register clear and transparent origins. The state also needs to have policies to support. The animal world is always full of surprises and strange things. While python farming brings high economic value from meat and skin, in China, another industry is also attracting attention. That is the farming of giant salamanders. The largest amphibian on the planet, considered a living fossil, left over from prehistoric times. Now, let's go with us to the strange farms in China. Where salamanders weighing up to tens of kilograms are raised in artificial water tanks, cared for in a closed process and harvested and processed into valuable specialty foods. This is a rare sight, both curious and even shocking to many people, because of the scale and treatment of this animal species. After learning about python farming, a reptile with high economic value in Vietnam, we will continue our journey to explore an equally unique farming model in China. Where a species that seems to only exist in books is being raised industrially on a large scale. That is the Chinese giant salamander, the world's largest amphibian, once considered a living fossil because of its primitive shape and hundreds of millions of years of existence. Giant salamanders used to live scattered in streams, ravines and wet caves throughout central and southern China. However, due to habitat destruction and excessive hunting for food and medicine, this animal has become extremely rare in the wild. To meet the demand and protect the species, China has developed a large-scale salamander farming industry, applying modern biotechnology and techniques, turning animals that were once listed in the Red Book into a new economic resource. The process of raising giant salamanders begins with the incubation stage and raising young ones in a clean water environment with a stable temperature of 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. The breeding tank system is designed as artificial rock crevices, simulating the natural habitat of salamanders. Light is limited, because this animal is nocturnal, preferring dark and humid places. Each salamander is closely monitored from a young age, provided with protein-rich foods such as fresh fish, worms, small shrimp or frozen seafood products. What is special is that the process of raising salamanders can last from 3 to 5 years to reach a weight of 5 to 15 kilograms. a slow growth rate compared to many other farm species. However, because of their high value, breeders are willing to invest time and effort. On many farms, salamanders are fitted with electronic chips to monitor their health, weight and prevent disease. Keeping the water clean and well oxygenated is vital for salamanders to thrive, as this species is very sensitive to the environment. After many years of care, when the salamanders reach standard size, breeders will begin harvesting. This process is done by hand, or using a net to catch them gently so as not to cause damage. Those of good quality will be selected for slaughter and processed into high-quality food products. Processing facilities are strictly controlled to ensure the hygiene and quality of salamander meat, which is considered a rare, nutritious and health-enhancing dish. Salamander meat is described as soft, white, slightly chewy and has a slightly sweet taste. In traditional Chinese medicine, salamander meat is also considered a tonic, helping to increase vitality, improve lung function and reduce cough. Some modern studies have also found that salamander meat contains natural collagen and easily absorbed protein, supporting skin beauty and improving the digestive system. Therefore, the price of giant salamander meat is always high. From several hundred to thousands of USD per animal, depending on the size and place of consumption. In addition to meat, salamander skin is also used to make medicine or cosmetic products. Meanwhile, organs and bones are fully utilized to extract substances of biological value. Some research labs are also developing technology to exploit enzymes from salamanders to prepare special medicines. However, this is also a controversial industry. Turning a rare amphibian into an industrial pet has raised concerns among many conservation organizations. Some experts believe that mass farming of giant salamanders can create biological risks if not strictly controlled, and also affect public awareness of wildlife protection. In response, the Chinese government has issued clear regulations on the farming and use of giant salamanders. Each animal species in nature has its own unique value, and when humans know how to exploit it properly, those values can become a sustainable source of livelihood. However, the journey from farm to table, or from production site to international market, is not just a story of raising and processing. It is also a complex logistical process that requires precision, science and humanity, especially with live animals. After learning about the giant salamander farming industry in China, we will continue to explore an indispensable part of the global animal supply chain. The modern live animal transportation system. So, how are hundreds, even thousands of cows, pigs, sheep or poultry safely transported from Asia to Europe, from farm to slaughterhouse, from remote mountains to modern supermarkets? The answer will surprise you. Transporting live animals is unlike any other type of cargo. These are emotional, vulnerable creatures that are very sensitive to their environment. A slight jolt, a loud noise, or a sudden change in temperature can cause stress, panic, and even death for animals. Therefore, the live animal transport industry has developed a separate system, operated by strict regulations and cutting-edge technology to ensure absolute safety for each individual. In recent years, the demand for meat and livestock products has increased, leading to the transport of millions of livestock and poultry from one country to another. From Australian cattle exported to Indonesia, New Zealand sheep sent to the Middle East, to chickens from France to Africa, each trip is a major challenge for the transport industry. First, let's start with the most common form, road transport. Specialized trucks for transporting animals are designed with ventilated compartments, non-slip floors and enough space for animals to stand firmly and avoid collisions. Modern vehicles are also equipped with sensors to monitor temperature and humidity, and cameras to monitor animal behavior throughout the trip. Before boarding the vehicle, animals are examined for health, marked for identification and classified by age, weight and personality to avoid conflicts when confined together. During the journey, drivers must stop according to regulations, usually from 8 to 14 hours, to check the health of the animals. Feed, water and rest. Some countries such as Germany and the Netherlands also require an animal caretaker to accompany long-distance vehicles. Next is the form of transportation by water, often applied when moving large numbers over long distances, such as from one continent to another. Modern livestock ships are like mobile farms at sea, capable of transporting tens of thousands of cows or sheep at a time. The ship is divided into several floors. Each floor is a closed livestock area, with an automatic water and food supply system, continuous ventilation and deodorization. On multi-day voyages, a team of veterinarians, technicians and workers are always on duty to monitor health conditions and handle cases of illness or injury. In addition, ships must strictly comply with the animal welfare laws of both the exporting and importing countries, including maximum travel time, density, hygiene procedures, and how to bring livestock ashore. However, transport by water also has many potential risks such as bad weather, big waves or engine failure. Therefore, each trip is carefully calculated in terms of departure time, shipping route and alternative ports to stop if necessary. For rare animals, expensive breeds or situations where rapid movement is required, air transport is the optimal choice. Imagine a dedicated cargo plane, not carrying inanimate goods, but containers of live animals, from multi-million-dollar racehorses to cross-continental breeding chickens. In the cargo cabin, each holding area is specially designed with lightweight materials, ventilation and soundproofing to reduce stress on the animals. Major airlines such as Emirates Sky Cargo, Qatar Airways Cargo or Lufthansa Animal Lounge have developed specialized animal transport services. Some even have dedicated resting areas for animals raised at the transit airport. With quarantine cages, a dining area and a modern veterinary inspection room. Before flying, animals are quarantined, vaccinated and licensed according to IATA, International Air Transport Association, regulations. During the flight, the temperature and humidity in the cabin are adjusted to maintain an optimal living environment. Although